Hi racing fans, welcome back to the channel Too Close to Call for Saturday the 21st, 2025. Two trophy race, the second race and the seventh race, the Mr. Lover Trophy and the 24th anniversary SVL Trophy. So let's get into the selection immediately. Okay, first race. 5.5 furlong, 12 starters. Chiol and up to man claiming 225 to 350. Nature bred 6-year-old and up, numbers of 3, and not eligible 108k. And top 4 selection here are 1 Bad Investment, 7 Millennium Star, 9 Don Almighty, and 12 Moser. Now, Bad Almighty was third on the last occasion, 7.5 lengths behind 6th Avenue. That was 29 days ago. Turn, visor on, change of rider, Philip Parkman replacing Radish Roman and the Buzzling Philip Parchman. So expecting a strong ride here. It was 6.5 furlong on the last occasion. Um, There was 6.5 from last occasion, now dropped a furlong shorter. Um, should be there and thereabout. Number 7, Millennium Star. Radish Roman appearing in the saddle. Was second and last occasion with Phyllis Parchment in the saddle. Now Phyllis Parchment chooses Bad Investment, so interesting selection here. But the trainer comes for the apprentice, claiming 4 kilo, and what that was over 4 furlong, now is a 4.5 longer. So let's see what Millennium Star can produce with the apprentice. Number 9, Don Almighty, claim on the last occasion, was going for 4 and was 11 by 21 lengths, didn't show a thing, and before that was 9 by 12 lengths. So, this usually shows up and run a good race and occasionally, but let's see what he can do on this occasion. Number 12, sorry, my idea of the winner, which is my bank outsider, first of 3. Muzzle, this well-bred 6-year-old Bayard, Subrespon us Saint Cecilia, has not lived up to her brooding, and 25 start, 2 wins, 4 second, 2 thirds. So this horse is, as I said, not living up to her breeding. When 7.5 run in the last occasion was 12.52 lengths, literally stopped. She later ran just for 3 furlong. Before that was second to Sharagungo Jumani, second by 4 lengths, Shane Ellis. Now, of the last 10 starts, Shane Ellis have ridden off 5 times and he retained the mouth. All Aiden is a trainer, and I'm expecting he should finally live up to that breeding. So he's morning line 92, but if word is out, he could end up being the favorite here. But he's my outsider for the day, and I'm taking Muzzle to actually win this race. Second race, the Mr. and furlong and 25 yards, 6 starters. for restriction runs 2, native bred 3-year-old, nominated of 2, and imported 3-year-old and up maiden. Top 4 selection here out of the 6 is 1 nuclear jet, 3 Unkari, 4 lockdown, and 6 perfect affair. The nuclear jet by Bernardino Nuclear Force by Nuclear Win was a win on last occasion, going 6.5 furlong. Made his debut over 5 straight and was 5th by 5.5 lengths with Ricky Shakes. Last occasion was ridden by Dane Dawkins and produced a late burst to win that race over 6.5 furlong. Now extended trip 9 furlong. She's bred for the journey, so she should be there and thereabout. Number 3, Uncle Harry, another Birdini offspring, but this one by Long Running Train by Flower Alley. Now, Dee should love this journey because the mare went over the distance on a few occasions, and I think this one was being prepped for the classic, but maybe injury has um, affected him for the classic, but he could be preparing for the derby, and which is in 2 or 3 months down the road. So with rapid improvement, he could be outside in the derby. Um, made his debut over 7 furlong. Dwelt at the start and was 10th by 23 lengths. Was a 4-5 favorite on that occasion. Came back March 1st. Was a 6 length winner going 7.5 furlong. Beating really two horses that he didn't beat anything because they still those two horses are Nebuchadnezzar and Roaring Kitty. They're still maiden. So it was not much he beat. So but he's my choice here in the call for Roddy Sherman. Number 4, Lockdown, was 6.9 lengths in the Guinness. Um, Before that, Gwen 7 furlong was 10th by 23 lengths. And before that, he was second by half a length to another mission. Got his first run over 4 furlong and got the race in the stretch through. So, you know, he may not reach the point where he's in the rapid improvement as yet, but he should be there and thereabout. Number 6, Perfect Affair. Um, Perfect Curling by Nuclear Affair by Nuclear Win. Um, the man was second in the derby, so the distance shouldn't be a problem for this filly. But I don't think she's ready yet to put in her best. At least none of these are even remotely ready to do anything really. But after the 6, I'm sticking with Uncle Harry to win this race. Third race, 7 furlong, 5 starters, restricted state, imported 3-year-old and up, and winner of 3, native bred 3-year-old and 4-year-old, non-winners of 4. Selection, top 4 selection here, Run All Day, 2, 3, Miss Grove, 4, Riches to Rag, and 5, Fearless Mission. Now, Run All Day was a winner on the last occasion going 5.5 furlong by 7.25 lengths with Ian Smith in the saddle. Um, last year, 20th of December, was second to Unspun, who eventually be the champion 2-year-old, just beaten by a shorted. And then her auspicious debut when she won by 6.5 lengths in a 106.1, went 5.5 furlong. Now, the last was a 4.5 furlong, it was 107.2. Now, the Philippiani put getting LASIK for the first time, 2 furlong extra. You know, the groom definitely bigs, a big time groom. So I'm looking for Ronaldo to continue winning with, and it's my selection for a banker for the day, one of my three. So Ronaldo should continue winning with. Three, Miss Grove was a winner last occasion, 6.5 furlong by 2.5 lengths with Dick Cardenas, who retained the mount for Anthony Nunes, beating Princess Chris. Before that was second, going 5.5 furlong to Bowmore. So she's improving. Scanian Bread is improving, but I think Ronaldo should have the better of Miss Grove. Four, Ragged Ridges. This well-bred filly, Riches to Rags, Union Rags by Palace de Vegas by Pleasant Perfect. Um, from 22 start, 2 wins, 3 second, and 6 third. I think this horse is mostly going to be true words at the breeding shed. But for now, she's plugging. Could end up being that she's actually a turf horse. So maybe they were running turf in Jamaica. She may would have been the better, her true worth. But, she plugged on and she always beat there and thereabout. Because it was fourth by 14 lengths in the last occasion. And before that, she was second by a length and a half to Prince Amman. So, of a breaking store. So she's, always there and thereabout in the frame. So, number 5, Fearless Mission. Reddy Sherman Nasada was fourth to Ronaldo in the last occasion by 11 lengths. But that was going 5.5 further. Now it's basically 2 furlong longer. He was actually one pace in that race, so but was too close to the pace. Now with a settling pace, um, Fearless Mission could maybe win a surprise race by McLean Music by Duff One by Arlen Holiday. So this all Eden filly should if Ronaldo is beaten, I think it's gonna be Fearless Mission. But Ronaldo banker for the day. The fourth race, 5 round, 9 starters, 3 and up, claimants 800,000 to a million. Top 4 choice here are 1, KP Choice, 2, Emperor of the Cat, 8, Generational, and 9, Warsaw. Now, KP Choice was tamed the last occasion by Jason DeCosta for Carlton Watson. Now, these claims, because of the championship, make sure that Jason is stuck with horses to retain his title. So, this was last occasion was fifth by 12 lengths. Um, on the last 2 occasions she was claimed, so it's been popular at the claiming box. Um, so the short 5 furlong round, draw 1, If he missed the break, then that maybe that's gonna be for him. But I should expect him to be close in this race. Number two, Emperor of the Cat, finally was claimed on the last occasion after being in claiming ranks for so many times. Um, Claimed by all ages, Reddish Roman is saddled against another mount for another combination between Reddish Roman and Oral Aiden. Expecting if this Emperor of the Cat come here at 70% of his former self, then he should win this race. Number eight, Generational, another well-bred but very short runner horse in a fearless vision out of the traditional mare, electrifying. Third and last occasion with the five straight. Um, Four that was second by a length and three quarters the KP choice. And after winning two races in a session, and February 25th was a winner by 2 lengths. March 1st was a winner by 11.5 lengths. So Generational um, could run a very big race here again. So the toss between him and KP Choice on the headline with Emperor of the Cat right there. If Emperor comes 75% himself, he should win this race. But I'm taking an outsider for this race in form of number 9, Warsaw. Now, with the five straight on the last occasion was fifth by 11 lengths to Supernational Power and Unruly More, Riches to Rags. Now, returning down in class, a million um, was claimed from Anthony Nunes. A 7 star, 3 wins, and the 3 wins was one was over 5.5 furlong, one was a 5 round, and his last victory was 5.5 furlong by seven and three quarter lengths, beating Poor ranking. And so last race March 1st, I said it was Supernatural Power who won by 5.5 lengths. And so if this War Power return and she run in a debut, then I'm expecting this Warsaw to usher, and is my choice as an upsetter. The fifth race, 8 furlong, 7 starters, restricted allowance 5, native bred 4-year old and up, numbers of 2, and imported 4-year old and up, maiden claimer. Top 4 selection here are 1. Successful Man, 2. Secret Mission, 3. Uncle Peck, and 7. Imani. Now, successful man on the last occasion was 6 by 29 lengths, but that was going a mile, give me 9 and 25 yards. Now, kind of cut back in class here, cut back in distance, should say, going 8 furlong, which is a furlong and 25 yards shorter. One turn on this occasion, and could run a good race. The last win was May 17, making all won by 3 and 3/4 lengths with Colton Bailey in the saddle. Now, Jerome Forbes, not too much of a accomplished apprentice. He's been riding on farmers 3 or 4 years and you probably only win one race. So not too confident with this apprentice here, but who knows? He could just put this one in front. The trainer could have him soup up. All he got to do is jump, turn, and that's it. Number two, Secret Mission, another oral hidden entry, was a win and last occasion by 3 1/4 lengths, win 6.5 furlong. Um, so he basically 1 for 17 in his career. Um, on both occasions, he met Secret Mission, Secret Six Star, Secret Successful Man. Successful Man has run in front of this filly, so not expecting too much. Here the winner is number three, Uncle Peck. The morning line 1 to 2 favorite here. Remora Spencer in the saddle was second by 3 1/4 lengths to my outside after the hit and run. Um, Going 925 yards. Before that was over 8 furlong, was third by 5 1/4 lengths to rock them. So Sankopek is in form, and this is kind of a cheap field. So I'm expecting Uncle Peck to actually win this race. 7, Imani. I think Jason Lacoste have not figured this out as yet. 37 starts, 1 win. So 1 win, 4 second, 3 third. He has not actually not really live up to expectation. Well, didn't have not lived up to expectation. I think our owner win was against a filly, I think. If memory serves me right. But she create upset is the champion trainer and I'm written by Sean Richardson. So me expect anything here, but I think Uncle Peck should actually run out a winner here. And he's my second of my third banker for the day. The sixth race, 7.5 furlong, 12 starters, main condition race, native bred, 3-year-old. The top four selection here are 5, Dan Queasy, 8, Cop Car, 9, Loretta, and 12, Friend Connection. Now, this number 5, Dan Queasy, he seems to be every time he runs, he's in trouble. Was a winner on debut with Bailey and was disqualified. Came back, that was 4 furlong, came back over 5 furlong straight. Was second, I think, was disqualified also too. So on last occasion, they put the blinkers, tongue tie, and LASIK for the first time, going 6.5 furlong, and was third by 5.5 lengths. Gave way early to Nuclear Jet and Alive. Alive came back to win. So now the trainer has called for Shane Ellis to take the blinkers off, figure it on, and I think Saturday the day for Dan Quiz, and she's my choice to win this race. Number 8, Cop Star, Cop's Car, well bred, colt here by Avenue McLeano, by Supreme Magic, by Performing Magic, Everett Francis, Demar Struggle Williams in the saddle, was second on the last occasion to Bob the Builder. So Bob the Builder came back to run second in the Guinness. very close second. So that says a lot for Capstar. Um, last occasion it was 122 pound. You will pin up. Now the informed apprentice, as a struggle is riding this one. Um, returning. No, should say half a furlong shorter, and Kapkar could be there, be very close in the finish here. The Raider, second and last occasion, going 5 round to Margarita. Broke slow, was one pace. Um, I've really not really done nothing to date other than that second, and was a fourth on April 19 by 4.5 lengths to Bossman. So not too much there. So level should be, it could be close. Number 12, French Connection, Jaime Anderson, Ricardo Brown. Now, I just kind of like this horse here. Western Warrior by Kalamata by Sir Percy. Um, Kalamata was kind of a distant runner. Um, I think she ran 2 distant races when she came to Jamaica. And Sir Percy, English bred. So it's kind of an English prodigy here. Um, don't know much what she will do, but I just kind of like this. It's like the breeding and first time LASIK. 112 pound, and Anderson gonna drop 4 kilo. So she could just run her first good race, and maybe make in the exacta and make some money. So exacta, trifecta, superfecta. I don't think you should leave this one out of that bet. Seventh race, the the 24th anniversary trophy Grade 1 event. 5.5 furlong, 6 starters. Grade is stake, open allowance 3 year and upward. I said 6 starters here. Top 4 selections here are 1, Champion Bubbler, 2, Fearless Soul, 3, Digital, 1, and 4, Legacy Isle. Now, Champion Bubbler, of his winning streak, snap on the last occasion was second, 4 3/4 lengths to Legacy Isle. Now return with struggle in the saddle. The tongue tie half figure 8 on, but her last 4 races were over the 5 straight. Now going 5.5 furlong. Her last race over 5.5 furlong was fourth by 6.5 lengths after breaking slow on that occasion. Um, Before that, going 7 furlong, broke slow, but was finished outside, was 8 by 72 lengths. So distance really don't travel far other than the most maybe 5.5 furlong. Now coming back here, Spencer Chung released a big time run on the last occasion, so the stable is in form. But going 5.5 furlong, she seems to be a 5 stage specialist, so um, I'm expect her to be there also. Maybe don't leave her out of the superfecta, so she will be there. Fearless Soul winning the last occasion over 5 straight by a length. to money market, Teflon done. After bursting from the furlong pole, that strong finish. I always loved the sauce, but just never really live up to her previous brothers, like Fred and Bian, I think. But you know, 26 starts, 7 win, not bad. 1 second, 3 thirds. So she's always there, but you can expect her to be in the frame. Three, Digital One, was second and last occasion to Tistock. Was a half a length. There's an occasion Commandant broke down in that race. So I think mostly this Digital One mostly a sprinter. So this 5.5 will suit her very much. The last run of a 5.5 furlong, she was a winner by 4.5 lengths, the California Crown, and actually finished it up lame in that race, and actually returned 21 days later with a 5 runner with a half a length winner to Wall Street. Now, Pride France was in the side on last occasion. Now, Emilio McLean coming in slicking 4 kilo, figure eight off. Curious Sabrati know how to train them, so looking for a good run from Digital One. But my idea of the winner and the third of my three bankers is Legacy Isle. Winning last occasion over 5 straight in 57-2, won by 4 3/4 lengths, beating champion Bubbler and Mahogany easy. Before that, went 6.5 furlong. Um, didn't run a lick at even money favorite. Was fought by 3 3/4 lengths to Park Play, Inspire Fort and Blue Vinyl. Omar Walker on that occasion, but when the trainer called for Omar Walker, it's not really, I don't think they're trying. It's mostly Roman and Foster when they call those jockeys, they come in to run. So, like I say earlier, my firm's choice and banker here, and expecting Legacy to continue winning ways. Could run a very good time. Personally, I'm expecting a 1-5, 1-5-1, no less than a 1-5-1. If you run anything more than 1-5-1, then I'll be totally surprised and disappointed. Eighth race, 8 furlong, 7 starter, restricted allowance 4, native bred 4-year-old and up, numbers of 3, and imported 4-year-old and up, numbers of 2. Top 4 selection here are 1, the general, 3, all machine, 5, train of thought, and 7, hit and run. Now, general was fourth by 4 lengths in the last occasion to J Speed and Oil Machine. Brooks and train of thought. Brooks low on that occasion, running on. Usually, not really win race, of the 26 star, only 2 win, but she's always either second or third, so she's always there and thereabout. And I'm expecting the same thing from here. Oil Machine was in the same race, with a second shorted to J Speed. Train of thought was third on that occasion. So, going a furlong longer. A few choices at this distance. She was a winner on one occasion with Reddy Sherman, was fourth on one occasion, and was fourth again on the other occasion. So she traveled over the distance. With a tongue tie on this occasion. So I'm expecting a big run from from Oil Machine here. Roddy Sherman back in the saddle. The last win was ridden by Roddy Sherman. So the trainer called back for the jock and I expect him to go close here with the tongue tie on also. Five, Train of Thought was third to JSP Oil Machine. Before that was second by 3/4 length. Um, this American bred, um, don't think the trainer figure out this one as yet. 16 start, one win, 1 second, three third. And I was, in the price I was 6 or 7 to 1 and price range. And so that should continue the same way. So trainer start to be close in this race. Now, my idea of the winner is actually number 7, Hit and Run. Was my outsider on the last occasion when at 5 to 1. Now, up in class now for non-winners of 3 now. Um, she made us carry this form up to non-winners of 3 because the field, they're not that strong. There's no, other than I think Oil Machine, they are plotters. So I'm looking forward, for Ethan Run to create another upset again. This morning like 8 to 1. Um, she's going out basically a furlong shorter. So, but I don't think she will lead this race because of Oil Machine. And if the two of them bucket together, and they may end up being a, a general train of thought. But I think if the tactics, if Radish decide to leave Ethan Run in front on a molested pace, then she might have held down again and create another upset. But I'm going with Hit and Run to create an upset again in the eighth race. The 9th final, 5 round, 11 started, overnight allowance, Chio and up. Top 4 selection here are 1, Money Market, 3, California Crown, 5, Benson, and 6, Major Danger. Now, Money Market, Gary Sabrati, we are the family, Emilio McLean. On last occasion, Gwen Falshree was second by a length. Before that, so the last 3 occasions he's been second. Was second to Unbelievable Fool and second to Champion Bubbler. So he's keeping good company. Um, of 23 starts, 5 wins, 8 seconds, and 4 third. I think he was second in all 3 classic in his 3 year old day. I think it's Money Market. So it just seems to be finding 1 or 2 a little bit better. 3, California Crown. Expecting Jason DeCosta to close the last race double. Um, was fourth by 5 lengths over the 5 straight and last occasion to Fearless Soul and Money Market. Um, actually, when it was a 1 to 2 freight on this occasion, really didn't. I was just that day I was expecting Jason to win the last 3 race, the California Crown hit and run. I forgot what the last race from the name, but we're expecting to win the last three races. The California Crown messed the old bet up. Return back here. Um, I'm expecting now to make amends and actually win this race. Number 5, Benson, um, was 8 by 8.5 lengths in last occasion to unbelievable force on money market. Um, this horse, when come ready, he can literally surprise as he did on 28th of December, going 5.5 furlong. I was winning by 6.5 lengths, beating Lady Avenue, who came back and win on that occasion. And they came back in the Georgia song and shock again, making one bell, went by a length and a quarter, beating Mudshift. So anytime this horse is fit and come to run, he run big races. So expect Benson to run another big race here. Major Danger from the Moisture stable, 5 straight, was third by 2 and 3/4 lengths to Chocomo. Oh yes, it was Chocomo that won the last race. No, actually I was expecting Jason to win the last 4 races. I think he won the last 3, but California Crown was messed everything up. Just remember. Now this 5 run is maybe a little bit too short for Major Danger here. But with a field packed with speed, if the speed come back, then Major Danger may run out of easy winner here. But I'm going to California Crown to win the last race, and I expect Jason Acosta win the last double. So racing fans, so that is for Saturday, June 27th, 9 race program featuring 24 run of the CVL Anniversary Trophy and the Mr. Lava Trophy. So until next race day, please subscribe, like, share, and enjoy the races.